Here's how you can take ordinary property photos and turn them into a dynamic video tour. "100% automated and AI generated." Hi, I'm Osama from X Automations, and we help businesses cut cost and unlock scale with AI automations and workflows. Today in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to take ordinary property photos and turn them into a dynamic video without touching any editing software, beat synced, upload ready, 100% AI generated, and at scale. If you're a brokerage, you can set this automation up for your own realty, so any of your agent can turn photos into a listing video that you can upload on your MLS, social media. And if you're a photographer, you can set multiple templates to scale your videos and sell as an upsell to your customers at a fraction of the cost. And if you're a real estate marketing agency, you can create multiple marketing collaterals of a listing without adding extra headcount. I'll show you what tools to use, how to set them up, stick around for the full tutorial, and if you want to test this automation by yourself, just go to the link in the description and create your very first video for 100% free. Let's discuss the tools we're going to use. You need something to input property details and property photos. For that, we're going to use Fillout forms. To send, receive, and store data, we're going to use Google Sheets and Google Drive. The AI model that we will be using to turn photos into a 5-second long clips is going to be Kling 1.6, and we're going to access it using Fal.ai. And to stitch those 5-second clips into a beat synced upload ready video, we're going to set up a template on Shotstack so we can scale those videos as many times as we want for as many listings as we want. All of this will be done inside a make.com automation that we're going to build today. Before setting up the automation, we're going to sign up on Shotstack and create our very first template. Shotstack template will let you produce videos on scale for as many listings as you want. For our very first template, we're going to go with 5 videos only with a soundtrack. So Shotstack will let you turn these videos into a placeholder so we can simply input new videos with our automation and it will produce videos on scale. So I downloaded a bunch of cat videos to set up the template along with the non-copyright music. Sign up on Shotstack, create your very first template, and anything or everything you see here can be turned into a variable. So our automation can change this variable as we scale the videos. So I've already uploaded a bunch of cat videos, 5 to be precise here, along with the audio file. I've already added a soundtrack in my scene editor on Shotstack, and I've already listened to the soundtrack, and I want to produce the video until the 20-second mark. It will house 5 videos in total, and you know what, let's just create it. You'll get the gist of it. It might be confusing at first, but I promise the final output would be great. So let's add our 5 videos in the scene editor. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for this particular template, what I'm thinking is just show first 2 seconds of each clip. So I'm adding those clips into a single timeline and making sure they're only 2 seconds long. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is turn these videos into variables so our automation can replace these video clips with our property videos. So just click on the very first video, go over select merge field, create and select, do the same for the next one, do the same for the next one, for the next one, and for the next one as well. Let's name these merge fields as video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, and video 5. Alright, So we have 5 video clips in our timeline that we can replace with our property videos as we go. I'll expand this template a bit more by reusing the same video clips in the timeline. So let's copy this template, go over here. What I'm thinking is after the 10-second mark, I'll transition to the next video after the 2 beats. So as a matter of fact, let's also scale this video 20% more. I'll do the same for the next clip. So I want to transition to the next video after the 2 beats. Alright, so I'll transition, move the video up to here, make it 20% larger, move on to the next clip. Make it 20% larger. One, two, three, four. Move on to the next clip. Alright, let's finalize this template by adding our final clip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like to end the clip where the music drops. Okay, this sounds about right. Let's make sure our music ends at the correct time. And lastly, let's add fade in and fade out to our music clip. Okay, so we have merged fields, we have created our template. I'm going to click on save, and that's done. So we have finally completed our Shotstack template. The links of all the tools that we're using today to set this automation up would be available inside the description of this video, along with a JSON file to download this automation and set it up in your make.com by simply plugging in your account and setting up the Shotstack template. We are only going to set up one template today, but you can imagine setting up multiple templates with multiple clips transitions, multiple number of clicks, different soundtracks, text, overlays, images. And you can produce videos on scales by plugging these Shotstack templates in your automation. Alright, so our template is ready. Let's move on and create a input form. For that, we're going to use Fillout forms. Sign up on Fillout. Create your very first form. Let's start with plan form. Let's go with dark theme. Let's name our form. So we want name of the person who is going to input this form. We need email, so we can email the video when it's ready to the person. And we want the user to upload 5 photos of the property. Let's make sure that in the logic, we want them to upload 5 photos in total, no more, no less. So 5 photos in total, minimum 5, maximum 5, 5 photos in total, no more, no less. Alright, let's make all of these fields as required. Okay, great. So our input form is ready. Click on publish. And let's open it up in a new link. The next thing we're going to do is create a Google Sheet to collect, send, and receive data. So let's name it AI property videos, and we're going to add a header column. So we got submission ID that we will get from Fillout forms. We got name, email, photo 1, photo 2, photo 3, photo 4, photo 5. Apart from that, we are going to, once we collect the photos, we're going to send those photos to Fal.ai. So these photos can be converted into AI generated 5-second long clips by Kling 1.6. So let's also add video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5. Okay, so once the videos are ready by Kling 1.6, we'll retrieve them in this sheet and we'll send them to Shotstack to create a beat synced video using the template that we just created. Lastly, we are going to host that Shotstack video into our Google Drive, and we are going to also see the status of each step as we go. So our Google Sheet is ready. Let's head over to the fun part and set up our automation inside make.com. Let's now move on to the fun part and start creating our automation inside make.com. So I'll go to the scenario builder, and the trigger of the entirety of our scenario would be when someone fills out our Fillout form. So our very first module would be Fillout forms, watch responses. I add a new webhook. Let's name it AI property videos for YouTube, and select the form that we just created. You need to make a connection. So connect your Fillout form to make.com, click on save, and save. That's it. So we're going to test each module as we go. And in order to make sure that our automation works as intended, I've already downloaded a few property photos that I'm going to use to build this automation. And ultimately, our goal would be to, when someone fills out a Fillout form that we created, he would get a beat synced upload ready video within 15 minutes or less, without you ever touching any editing software. Okay, so let's make sure that our Fillout form trigger works as intended. Hit on run once, go back to your Fillout forms, and fill out this information so we can make sure that we are getting this information in our make.com scenario. Again, the entirety of the scenario, entirety of the make.com automation we're building would be available to download from the link in the description. So our photos have been uploaded. Click on submit. Let's see. Okay, we got an array of information which has the email we want, a submission ID we want, and the 5 photos that were uploaded that we want. Let's expand it a bit. All right, the next step would be that whenever someone's filled out this information, it should be added as a row in our Google Sheet. So we'll add, the next module would be Google Sheets add a row, make a connection, and select the spreadsheet that we just created. The sheet name is going to be this one. Our sheet does contain headers that we just created. Submission ID, we're going to map the submission ID from Fillout form. Name, we're going to map out the name from Fillout form. Email, we're going to map out the email from Fillout form. So we need photo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll see our very first roadblock here. We need to map the URLs of the photos that were uploaded on Fillout form, and since it's an array, we cannot directly map out photo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in our Google Sheets, even though Fillout is getting all this information. So in order to mitigate this issue, we are going to add another module in between the Fillout form in Google Sheets, and we're going to use ChatGPT completion prompt. Alright, so make your connection. We are going to use create a completion prompt. The model that we're going to use is going to be 4.0 mini, and so the role would be user, and I'm going to tell ChatGPT that its job is to take array of information from Fillout form and turn them into JSON object, where the key is going to be photo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the URL, the value would be the URLs. So I've already created this prompt where I'm telling ChatGPT, hey, you're getting this array of images from Fillout forms, and I'm going to map out that array. Turn that into JSON objects where each key is photo 1, 2, etc. and you're going to get the value as corresponding URL. I want you to return JSON object only. An example output would be something like this: photo 1, it's URL, photo 2, it's URL, photo 3, it's URL. Okay, before we save this module, you need to click on Show Advanced Settings and make sure that the response format is going to be JSON object. It needs to pass JSON. And lastly, let's also set up temperature as 0.5. Everything else can stay same. Click on Save. Click on Save and run this scenario one more time. Now we're going to re-upload our photo and information to make sure that it works. Photo is uploaded. Click on Submit. So we got a response. ChatGPT is dissecting that array into JSON objects that we can map into Google Sheet. Very great. So let's see the output bundle, and we can see that ChatGPT got photo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and their corresponding URLs. So let's go to our Google Sheet module, make sure that we map. As a matter of fact, let's also rename it to JSON objects parser. Okay, so let's head over to our Google Sheets module, map out photo 1, photo 2, photo 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's do, once we got the photo, in column B, photos submitted. Hit on save. You know what? Let's run the scenario one more time and see once a user fill out the form on Fillout forms, the JSON objects would be created and those would be recorded on the Google Sheet we just created. So I can see it already got my submission ID, name, and email. So I'm going to delete from the last test run. I'm going to delete this one and run the scenario again. Go back to our Fillout form. Fillout has a pretty generous 1000 responses per month plan for free, so we can test our automation and make sure it works as many times as we want. Okay, hit on submit. Oh, I forgot to run the test, so we're going to use the test data that was just sent out from Fillout. Okay, so Fillout got the response. Our JSON objects parser powered by ChatGPT send the objects to Google Sheet to map out on Google Sheet. So we got the submission ID, we got the name, we got the email, and we got 5 photos. So congratulations. We have so far make sure that when someone fill out our Fillout form, that information is recorded to Google Sheet. The next step would be to send these photos to Fal.ai to make sure that these photos are converted into a 5-second long clip. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to add a router. And we're going to start our router from here. Alright, so in order to send request to Fal.ai, you need to sign up on Fal.ai. Fal.ai is a pretty generous $5 free credit. You can also buy credit as you go. The model that we're going to use is going to be Kling Video 1.6 standard image to video. and you need to get your API keys first. So head over to API keys from your Fal.ai account. Click on add key. I'm going to let this know AI property videos for YouTube. Click on create key, and you need to copy the key because once it's gone, it's gone. So copy the key and make sure you save it somewhere safe. Okay, so next step is going to be, once we get the photos, we need to send these photos to Fal.ai. Alright, so we're going to make an HTTP request, and as per Fal.ai docs, our endpoint are going to be queue.fal.run and the model ID. So let's copy this URL. So we need to go to our model, which is going to be Kling 1.6 image to video generator, which is this one. And we're going to copy our model ID, head back to our automation on make.com and paste the model ID over here. So we are going to post and send information to Fal.ai. For header, let's add authorization. All of this information is available on docs.fal.ai.com. And for value, we're going to enter our key, and our key is going to be this. Let's add another header and let Fal.ai know that we are going to send JSON content. The next step is going to that we are going to send body content. It is going to be in JSON, and if we go to Kling request type schema markup, it says we need to input a prompt, the image URL, the duration of the video, any negative prompts, and how creative the model can be. So let's copy that and enter this information. So our prompt is going to be unique for each photo. We need to get the image URL for each photo. Duration is going to be 5 seconds. We need to enter some negative prompt and let the model know how creative it can be. So before we do anything else, let's also make sure that we parse the response and click on save. Now, in order to make sure that we send each photo to video request to Fal.ai to their Kling 1.6 model, we need to get Google Sheet data first. So let's add a module which is going to be Google Sheets range get range values. Select your sheet, which is this one, the sheet name. We need to let this module know that it needs to get values from A to P as per the submission ID. So let's go over here, A, and select the row number, which is going to be unique each time with each new submission ID, and it's need to go to till P row number. Our Google Sheet has headers, and the row with headers are A1 to Z1. Let's do A1 to Z1. Click on save. Alright then, so next thing we need is to give this a prompt, and I want the prompt to be unique for each photo. So here's what you're going to do. We're going to add another ChatGPT completion prompt. Let's select our model as offer mini. Add a message user, and for the message I'm going to give it a role. So I've already copy pasted the prompt. I'm going to put it over here, and the role, the job for ChatGPT is going to be pretty straightforward. Its role is to be act as a video director. It will analyze the image, make sure that preserve the actual part of the image so no additional objects are added. It will define the core animation style. Either it wants to zoom in, zoom out, dolly in, dolly out. Make sure the video looks as much as realistic as possible with minimal perspective shift. Include technical specification inside the prompt. Make sure the video is consistent, and define a camera quality so the video style is similar in all of the videos we're going to generate. And lastly, I'm going to give a few examples and let the ChatGPT know that the output is going to be in JSON, where the key is prompt and the value is going to be the prompt that ChatGPT would be creating. So let's open advanced settings. The output is going to be in JSON, parse JSON, and for the temperature, we're going to go with 0.2. Hit on save. Alright, so we need to do a test run again, and before making the test run, let's unlink this HTTP request. So in the test run, the information doesn't go to Fal.ai and uses our credit. So unlink it, click on run once, go back to Fillout form and enter details again. Let's do Osama 2 this time, Osama 2 add go X automations. And lastly, let's upload our photos. Click on submit. Fillout form got a response. ChatGPT is working as a JSON object parser, and it will output the information to store on Google Sheets. So a new row should be added with new information, same photos, and in our above router, we should see that it should output the information that we have from this sheet. Okay, so it should create a prompt. The role is going depending on the image that we will input to it. So open this module over here again, go to image input type URL, and the image input is going to come from get range values, and this is going to be photo 1. Hit on save. Okay, so let's run this module again. To run this module only, and we need to give it an image URL. So let's copy this URL, hit enter, click OK, and let's see what sort of prompt it creates. So the image is this one, a chandelier, dining table, and let's see the output results it is going to create. Super realistic video, smooth dolly zoom in, moving directly toward the dining table centerpieces with natural forward perspective shift. Stable tripod movement, preserving all original elements including furniture, lighting, decor unchanged. And the camera type is going to be this one. This is great. So let's link our HTTP request over here again, and let's do. So the prompt is going to come from, let's rename it as image prompter. So the prompt here is going to come from our image prompter, this, and the image URL is going to be from our range values, which is image number 1. Alright, for negative prompts, let's make sure that Kling 1.6 doesn't add any people, text, or distortion to the images. No hallucinations, no cartoons, no animations, no artifacts, or no motion blur, which wasn't there. For CFG scale, let's do 0.9. Here's what is going to happen. When someone fills out Fillout form, it would be recorded on Google Sheet and then would be sent out to Fal.ai to convert one photo into a video. You know what? Let's run this module only and give it an image URL and a prompt. So for the prompt, I'm going to copy this prompt over here. Let's add that. For image URL, I'm going to copy this URL and give it to. Okay, so it sent out the request. Let's go over to Fal.ai, go to our model, and I can see that a request has been sent out. It's going to take 2 minutes to generate the video. I'm going to pause the video and unpause it once the video is ready. Alright, so it took more than 2 minutes and our video is ready. Okay, so 131 seconds, more than 2 minutes, and here's what we are going to do next. Once the video has been sent to Fal.ai, we are going to let Google Sheet know to update a cell. So let's reselect our Google Sheet, which is this one. sheet name, and the cell is going to be I row number. So since we want it to be dynamic, we want it to only update the I column and the row number from this request was sent. And the value is going to be from our HTTP request, the response URL. That's it. Click on save. So it simply means whenever we send a photo to video request to Fal.ai, it would update the queue to the response URL in this column. We still need to fetch that video back. So far, let's set up this automation. So 5 different photos requests are sent to Fal.ai to create videos. Let's do one more thing. Let's add another module, which is going to be a sleep module, and just add a 3-second delay between the HTTP request and Google Sheet update cell module. Okay, so we need to send 5 photos to videos request. So far, we are only sending 1. Let's add another router over here. We're going to create another path. Let's auto align it. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to copy these 4 modules, paste it, and add it to the router. Okay, so it will get the information from our get range value Google Sheet, and we need to select the second image. Instead of photo 1, we're going to do photo 2. That's it. For HTTP request, we're going to make sure that we're selecting photo 2 from our get range values, and the prompt is going to be unique one depending on this one, which is correct. And for this over here, we simply need to change the column ID, which is going to be J this time. And the response URL would come from this HTTP module. Perfect. So auto align again. We don't need this one. Let's copy 1, 2, 3, 4, paste it again, and make sure that it's connected with this router. So I've auto aligned it again, and in our new row, we need to make sure that we are selecting the correct photo URL, which is going to be photo number 3. In HTTP request, we need to make sure that we are sending a photo 3 request. The prompt is going to be from the new updated ChatGPT completion prompt module over here. Okay, everything needs to stay the same, and over here, instead of J, we're going to update the K column now. Let's copy it one more time. Make sure it's connected to the router. Let's go over here and select photo number 4. Photo number 4, perfect. In HTTP request, select photo 4. In update cell, we're going to update the L column now. Perfect. And for the last time, let's copy this row again, connect it with the router, and update it with the photo number 5. Click on save. In HTTP request, we need to make sure we are sending photo number 5. Click on save. And lastly, we're going to make sure we're going to update the M column now. All right, perfect. Let's do one more thing. Let's update another cell. Update a cell in our Google Sheet. Select our sheet name, and the cell this time is going to be P. So P, and it is going to be from the row number, which is this, and the value is going to be videos in queue. So far, we are sending photos to Kling 1.6 using Fal.ai, and we are generating 5-second long clip. The next step would be to retrieve those clips back to our Google Sheet, so we can send those individual clips to Shotstack so it can generate the video all by itself. So we're going to clone this module and connect it with our router. So one this path has been completed, the next path would be to retrieve information from Fal.ai into our Google Sheet to send those 5-second long clips to Shotstack. Alright, so in this path, as we remember, Kling takes around 2 minutes or so to get the video ready. So we are going to add a delay of, let's say, 170 seconds. So almost 3 minutes. Okay, so after the delay of 3 minutes, it's going to call Fal.ai and get these clips, the URL of these clips, into our Google Sheet. So we can only call one URL at the time. So we're going to create a router. So in the next path, we need to make an HTTP GET request so we can get each of the video that is generated on Fal.ai. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run this automation one more time to map this correctly. This time it's Osama 3. Let's select our 5 photos. Now before we do that, just make sure that our automation is running. Click on submit. So we got a response. It is going to create JSON objects. So it can be recorded in our Google Sheet. Response has been added to Google Sheet and photos are now submitted to Fal.ai. And if we go to request over here, we can see the photos are being submitted one by one to Fal.ai. All of these would go with a custom prompt. And once all of these 5 photos are submitted, the Google Sheet will mention that the videos are in now queue. Okay, so now there's a delay of almost 3 minutes. The next job is, once these photos are converted into a 5-second long video, we need to retrieve that information back to our Google Sheet. So let's start setting up this path now. Here's what we're going to do. We need to make an HTTP make a request module again. So we're going to request Fal.ai after 3 minutes that once the videos have been produced, just send it to us. So from our get range values, after 3 minutes, we're going to request Fal.ai that this video which was in queue, we want to get the URL of this video. So before we do that, we also need to authorize this HTTP request. And as we remember, let's get our key from over here. Please safeguard your key. I would be deleting my key after this video. Lastly, parse response. That's it. So the next thing is pretty straightforward. We are going to add a tiny delay of 3 seconds. So after a delay, we're going to update a cell on Google Sheet. The cell we're going to update is going to be the same one in which the video was queued. So this one, and the value is going to come from our HTTP request. So I can see that my photos were converted into a video. They look pretty slick. So I need to get these videos back to my Google Sheet. So most of the videos took almost 2 minutes apart from this one. That is why we have added a delay of almost 3 minutes. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I can see that all of our photos have been converted to a 5-second long video, and we have received a queue URL for each of the video from Fal.ai. So we just need to run this module only, and let's give it this URL. Click on OK. So let's dissect our output bundle, and we can see we got the video back from Fal.ai. Let's copy this link and open it in a new tab. And this is the video that Kling 1.6 created on Fal.ai, and we can simply now input this information into our Google Sheet. So select the Google Sheet name, and for the cell, we are going to select the same cell over here, video 1, and the value is going to come from the HTTP request video URL. Click on save. That's it. Now we just need to repeat this for all of the 5 videos. So let me auto align it once. Perfect. So what is going to happen now? If I run this module, we'll get the information from Fillout. It will be sent to our Google Sheet. From there, each of the photo will get a custom prompt sent out to Fal.ai, so video can be created using Kling 1.6, and we'll get a queue URL back to our Google Sheet. After 3 minutes, the video should be ready on Fal.ai, and we will get each of the video back to our Google Sheet as per the queue URL. So this is nicely coming together. Again, link to download this automation would be available in the description of the video. So instead of setting up this entire automation with me, you can simply upload a JSON file on your make.com account, and you just have to make connections and create a Shotstack template by yourself, and everything should work. Okay, so the last step is, once we get the video URLs from Fal.ai, we need to send that to Shotstack. So I'll add another route, and in this route, let's auto align it. We will get range values again. The next step would be to send these videos to Shotstack. Select the Shotstack module by searching over here. We need to render from template, the template that we already created, which is AI property video. Select your template, which is this one, AI property video. So video 1 is going to come from over here. Video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5. Perfect. So once that Shotstack render is ready, we want to get the URL back to us in our Google Sheet. Let's add update a row module, Google Sheets. Select your Google Sheet. So the row number is going to be this one. It does contains header, and what we're going to update, we are going to update the Shotstack link, which is this one, and we are going to add the status is, which is video ready. Let's make it render ready. Perfect. Click on save. Okay, so our automation so far is ready. Here's what is going to happen. When someone fills out a filler form with property photos and details, it will enter their information to Google Sheet, would be sent out to Fal.ai with custom prompts to convert those individual photos into 5-second long video clips. After a delay of 3 minutes, we get those individual video clips from Fal.ai and then send it to Shotstack and render the video as per the template that we created over here. So we created template once, and we can now do this with a simple form for as many listings as we want. Now you can imagine scaling up into multiple templates. You can also create variable text field overlays, anything on Shotstack. So let's run the automation and run the entire scenario and see how it goes. Okay, so we encountered another error, and it's a timeout error. So let's add a delay of 3 seconds after each of the module. Okay, so we encountered another error, and instead of using update a cell module, we're going to update a row in Google Sheet. So delete update a cell module and instead use update a row Google Sheets. The row number is going to be coming from our range values, which is this one. We're going to update the video URL from the HTTP request over here. Click on save. Let's delete all these modules and clone, save, clone, save, clone, if, clone, save. Let's save this, auto align it, run again. Back to Fillout form, Osama 7 this time. Osama go xautomations.com. Select the photos. Before submitting, I need to make sure my scenario is running. Perfect. Photos uploaded. Click on submit. Back to our scenario. Fillout form filled. Passing the information to Google Sheet. Okay, data recorded to Google Sheet. We got the photos. Sending request to Fal.ai to create video for each of the photo with a custom prompt. We got video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, and video 5. The videos are in queue. Now let's wait. Let's also check our Fal.ai Kling 1.6 request. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's wait for 3 minutes. Okay, so our videos are ready on Fal.ai. We got video 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 this time. Perfect. Now it's sending those video URLs to Shotstack to generate a final rendered video. Okay, and we got the Shotstack video URL. Perfect. So I hope you enjoyed the automation. Let's do final few steps in which we download this video from Shotstack, upload it on a Google Drive, Dropbox, anywhere, and send this to the email that we got from Fillout forms. Okay, so final 2 steps. Let's get an HTTP module to get a file, and we are going to get the Shotstack URL to download it, and then we are going to upload it on Google Drive. So we are going to upload a file and go back to your Google Drive folder. Let's create a new folder, make it AI property videos folder, and make this folder shareable. Okay, go to Google Drive module, make a connection to your Google Drive. We're going to select from a list, which is my drive, choose the folder, which is going to be AI property videos. Perfect. Click on advanced settings. Let's also name the folder. So we're going to name the folder as per the name of the person who requested this video. So this one. Perfect. Click on save. Okay, so next module we're going to add is send an email using the Gmail client. Gmail, send an email, make a connection. Email will be sent out to the person who requested this video, which is this one. Subject is going to be video is ready. And for the content, we can use HTML tags over here. So I'm going to Claude, and I'll ask Claude to convert the following email into a HTML markup that I can use. All right, perfect. Let's copy this code, go back to our automation, paste it as a content over here, and I need to do a few things. So we're going to go to Google Drive and click on Web Content Link. And for the preview link, we are going to remove the hashtag and go to View Web Link. Click on Save. You know what? Let's run this module only and see how the email appears. So let's enter an email at osama@goxautomations.com. Thanks. Click on OK. The email has been sent out. Let's preview it. And here's how the email looks. We can change the markup using Claude or doing HTML editing, CSS editing ourselves, but that's fine for now. Okay, so I have added extra modules in which once the video has been uploaded on G Drive, it will automatically update the relevant row with the G Drive preview link. So it's available on your Google Sheet and mark the status as video delivered. I hope you enjoyed making this automation with me. Again, links of all the services that we use to make these automations are linked down in the description, along with an option to download this automation as a JSON file so you can upload it in your make.com account, make connections to your services, and start using this automation right away. I want you to imagine if you're a brokerage, you can set up multiple templates for your realtors and they can turn property photos into listing videos, upload it on the MLS, their social media right away. If you're a photographer, set up multiple templates, create videos out of photos, and send them to your end user, your realtors, brokers, customers at a fraction of the cost. And if you're a real estate marketing agency, set up multiple templates on Shotstack, set up a form, and create a ton of marketing collateral for each of the listings as you go without adding extra headcount at a fraction of the cost. I hope you liked the video, and if you got some value from it, consider subscribing. We are X Automations. We help businesses with MVPs, Chrome extensions, and building out custom AI automations and workflows to cut cost and unlock scale. Head over to xautomations.io, send us an email, and we will be delighted to work with you.